I gotta tell you, the moment I saw Bad Bunny's performance at the Super Bowl, I knew deep within my heart that there was something special about his numerology. And I gotta tell you, when I looked at his numerology, it did not disappoint. He has some incredible numbers that are extremely rare, and it totally makes sense why everyone resonated with the message that he was delivering at the Super Bowl. So in this video, we're gonna take a look at Bad Bunny's or Benito's numerology, and really understand where he's at right now energetically when it comes to his numbers and where he will likely be going in the future. Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Ness. I am a master intuitive, and my goal is to help you understand yourself and the world around you in the deepest ways possible. And the number one way I see that people do this is to understand the voice of their soul. So my goal is to help teach you and guide you to listening to your soul. One of the main things that actually lit me up and got me excited about understanding myself was numerology. Because one reason why I really love numerology is because it is such a simple way to understand yourself in a very deep way. It is not hard to figure out. You don't have to know a lot about yourself, just your name and the day you were born, and it reveals so much. So today I'm so excited to dive into Bad Bunny's numbers because his numbers reveal so much. So let's first talk about Bad Bunny. What is his legal name? His legal name is Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, and I could be mispronouncing the last name, but you get what I'm saying. And he was born March 10th, 1994. So I like to dive into the date of birth first. There's a few things that instantly stand out to me. His day that he was born, or what's also called your birthday number, is a number 10. Now remember, in numerology, we don't actually recognize a double-digit number unless it is a number that repeats itself, like an 11. 11 is a 1-1, or 22, it is a 2-2, or 33, it is a 3-3. These numbers that repeat themselves are actually called master numbers, and they are a higher level frequency that doesn't necessarily make it better than any other number, but it makes it much more amplified. So the day he was born is on the 10th. We reduce the 0, just erase it, right? Remove it. And it's a number 1. So let's talk about the number 1. The number 1 is the leader. It is the innovator. It is the spark of creation. This is an energy that you just exude when you walk in the room. The day you were born is like this energy that is uncontained. It is just what people recognize and see in you immediately, right? And so with Bad Bunny, his numbers are number 1. These are very creative, sort of like inspirational type of people, very leadership energy. They're also innovators and inventors. And so when it comes to this 1 energy, it being his birthday number completely makes sense, because I will tell you, he has innovated the way you write contracts in the music industry. One of the things I found so interesting is that obviously we all know that he started posting on things like, YouTube and things like that, his own music that he wrote. But what I love is when he was approached to be written, to get a contract with a label, he wasn't going to accept the typical label contract. Most people starting out in the music industry, I was looking down, they usually get a 15 to 20% split, which means they get 15% or 20% and the label gets the rest. Not Mr. Bad Bunny, not Benito. He said, I'm the creative, I am in charge of my vision, and I will not accept anything less than a 90-10 split. And that 90-10 split was a 90% to him, 10% to the label. That is unheard of in the industry, especially with someone that is breaking into the industry. And that right there is innovation in itself. That is someone saying, I am worth more. And that's one thing when you have someone that has some 1 energy in the numerology, they're all about belief in themselves. Mainly because they probably had moments when they were much younger where things challenged the belief in themselves and they overcame that. So the sooner, if you have any 1 energy in your numerology, the sooner you overcome self-doubt, the faster you become highly successful. Other numbers within his numerology that really lend to success in business. His attitude number is a 4. 4 is very structured. 4 is all about foundations. 4 is about building something solid that you can build on. 4 is about legacy, right? And the fact that it's his attitude number, it is deeply rooted in just who he is. He doesn't look at immediate gratification. He looks at how is it going to sustain me or my vision long term. And I think that right there really sets him apart and why he was like, I'm worth more than the typical 15-20% split. I'm worth most of what I create. And I think that that is so amazing that he really looked at the long-term gain, not just the short-term gain. And the third number that really lends to business savvy is he has a personality number of an 8. 8 is obviously the number of manifestation. It is the number of financial dominance, or the number that really in all of numerology represents financial success. Now the key with 8 energy is it has to be balanced. It has to be rooted in doing it the right way, because it is a number. If you look at it, it looks almost like an infinite sign straight up and down, right? If you were to put that side by side, there's this middle piece in between. One, in this middle piece is that equalizer, or that thing that makes sure that you're doing it in the right way, or in an even way, or a strategic way that is best for the greater good, right? Because if you don't, with 8 energy, you do have temptation to do things for really selfish reasons, right? And things that will benefit you, but not benefit equally to the other person or the other party. And this number is really about balance. And so with this 8 energy, it comes with this magnetism. I think that's one of the reasons why when you see him perform, he has the entertainer vibe. 8 energy is very, very entertainer. They have this magnetism and this light within them that people are attracted to. That's part of why they are successful in business, because they are able to inspire people to action. And so these numbers that are very business focused, 1 being his birthday number, it is the innovator, it is the leader, right? 8 is very leadership too. With those 2 numbers combined, he's a powerhouse. And then that 4 attitude number really grounds him into structure, grounds him into the higher vision of what's going to sustain his vision long term, just not in the immediate. And I think that is so amazing. One of the other things that I found really, really cool is his life path is a number 9. So when we're looking into how to figure out a life path number, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take each individual piece of the birthday and add it up to an individual number. So if you take 5 for the year, 1 for the day that he was born, and 3 for the month he was born, he's a life path 9. Life path 9s are all about humanitarianism. Humanitarians, I'm a life path 9 too. I have a hard time saying that word. They're about the collective. They're about the greater good for all, not just myself. And they have deep empathy, deep understanding, and they're also multifaceted and multi-talented. Many life path 9s will go through different iterations or different versions of themselves, and they will transform and become something new. You'll find many life path 9s find that they have many things that they're passionate about, and many different almost careers or facets of their career that they're just naturally gifted at. Life path 9s are very old souls. They've lived many lifetimes. They've had many experiences, and they're able to pull that experience into this lifetime. And because they've had so many experiences with all different variations of parts of who we are, the depths of who we are, challenges that we face, the successes that we face in life overall, they have a well that's super deep with understanding of the collective energy, understanding of what the other person needs to feel satisfied. And they have a deep desire to make things better. And so with his life path 9, this is very humanitarian. We saw this on stage. We saw his message, right, in that performance. And I truly believe that this is just the tip of the iceberg that we're going to see for Benito. I believe that as he matures in life, with his other numbers that I'm about to talk about in just a moment, he's going to move more into this humanitarian space. I believe right now he is really fulfilling his creative side, his leadership side, his want and desire for financial reward and success However, he's not forgetting the base of who he is deep down inside, and that his life path, right? This is a path that we're going to be walking our entire life. Our life path is something that really unfolds for us as we get older in this beautiful way, and it becomes more important and more aligned the more we mature. His life path is about the collective. It's about humanity, and it's about moving things forward in a very beautiful, aligned way. So I really believe that over time, we're going to see him move more into this space of collective humanitarianism in some way. And what I love is he's already doing it. Did you know that Bad Bunny has a nonprofit called Good Bunny? Good Bunny is about giving back to his community, his home, his heart. 9 energy, 4 energy, and even 8 is very heart-centered energy. It's very like they want to build legacy. They want to build for the collective. He has it, and he started it right after, I believe it was called Hurricane Maria. It's a hurricane that really devastated the Puerto Rican island. And he created this nonprofit to really give back to his own community, the source of what inspired him in his music. And he created this for the children of this community. So he offers summer camps for underprivileged children. Just last year, he's done this every year since he started. I believe he started Good Bunny in 2019. He gives back to his community and gives away well over 25,000 holiday gifts to underprivileged children. And in his summer camps, he focuses on things that many times we leave off when it comes to necessities. He's focused on music and art and sports, because the truth is that's what inspires us all, those creative outlets for our own soul, right? So his focus is to really give back to his community, give back to underprivileged children so they can have the opportunity to have that spark, right? And so this feeling of like collective humanitarianism that we feel from him, it really stems to what numerology calls his destiny number. His destiny, your destiny number is this deep-rooted number that is deeply rooted in the destiny of why you came here. So you have a life path. This is a path that you're going to follow. This is sort of the trajectory that you're going to follow, right? And then over the top of that, you have something called a destiny number. This is the destiny that you want your life path to end up in. You're constantly going for this. And his destiny number is a 33-6. 33 is a master number. It is the master healer or the master teacher. It is a number that's deeply rooted in compassion and love. And it is a number that is the rarest, like it's extremely rare to have, especially in something like a destiny number or a life path number. These numbers are very hard because you got to remember 33 is a larger number. And so to add everything up individually and get to this number 33-6, because in numerology, anytime there's a master number, you highlight the 33, which is the higher octave of the 6 energy. Because if you add the 3 and 3 together, it is a 6, right? And so 6, let's start with that. 6 is very loving energy. If you look at the number 6, it almost looks like a pregnant belly at the bottom, right? This number is deeply rooted in family. It's deeply rooted in community. It's deeply rooted in love. These are very creative energy. It's also very deep. It's like very aesthetic energy. They are very home-centered, heart-centered. Families, very important to them. We saw that in his performance, right? The way he brought in all these beautiful companies and people into his like performance at the Super Bowl. It was so incredibly creative, first of all, right? Because the 3 energy in itself is a highly creative energy. It is, if you look at it, the 3 almost looks like 2 horseshoes stacked on top of each other. It's very lucky energy. It's very magnetic. He's got 2 extremely magnetic numbers within him that creates this like people, when they hear him and see him, they're instantly attracted and magnetized towards him. He was destined for fame, and he's destined to make a huge difference and an impact in the collective in a heart-centered way. This 33 number is designed to teach people about love, but doing it through a way without force. it's highly evolved energy. It's very spiritual energy, and it is also, it's like the master. It like teaches you. It's called the master healer or master teacher, but they teach you how to embody love through being a loving beacon. And that's exactly what he's been doing, right? He is a beacon of love and humanity, and understanding that we are all equal and we're all connected in this beautiful fabric of life. And I really believe that as he matures, we're going to see him move more into this energy. And that is really highlighted with what's called a maturity number. His maturity number is a 42. Now remember, it's not a duplicating number, so we add those together, so it equals a 6. But the number that creates that 6 is the energy embodied. And so it starts with a 4, which really duplicates his foundational energy. And then it has a 2, which is all about partnership. And that's what creates that 6 for him in his maturity number. Your maturity number, you really grow into this number as you mature. So like when you turn 45, in your 40s, you begin moving into this number. And because it's a 6 number that really mirrors his destiny number, that energy as he matures is going to become more important to him internally. He's going to feel this drive, this need to really bring love to light. And, I absolutely think that is absolutely incredible. And we saw this play out with his most recent concert series, right? He chose purposely not to have any concerts within the United States simply because he was concerned for the people, right? That they would be detained from ICE. And so he chose to hold this in his home state or home island, Puerto Rico. Now, one of the other reasons why he chose to do this is because he wanted to give back to his community and give them an opportunity to make an income. He had 31, I believe, what I Googled was 31 concerts on the island of Puerto Rico to kick off his concert series. And he also had it in a time that is sort of like their slow season. And it is said that his 31 shows that he had on the island of Puerto Rico gave back to the community and provided anywhere from $186 million in revenue for the community to upwards of $733 million back to his community just by holding his concerts there. I think that is so beautiful and strategic. Is strategic in a way that really highlights his 4 energy. It brings back down to his roots, gives back to the community. It highlights his life path number of a 9, and it really lends to that humanitarian giving back to the people and doing it through a place of embodiment. 33-6 energy, this master number 33, is not meant to teach people how to love humanity from a forceful way. They do it through just being who they are and being that in the spotlight. And he's the perfect example of that. One of the other things I do want to highlight real quickly here is his heart's desire number. His heart's desire number is a number 7. This number is very spiritual. It is very almost like reclusive. So deep down inside, it's a number, it's your heart's desire number is this vibe that you have that is like only the people that know you the best have seen this part of you. It's the part that you hold within yourself that is deeply rooted in like the undercurrent of everything that you do. 7 energy is very spiritual. It's very connected to the higher realms. And I wouldn't be surprised if he enjoys meditation and enjoys to remove himself from the spotlight sometimes to recharge his energy. I would not be surprised that in time, if he doesn't have some sort of a spiritual practice with like meditation and understanding the deeper meaning of life, he will as he matures. And it's also a number that doesn't take things for face value. What I love about this number 7 energy is they are the investigator. They are a researcher. They hear things and they're a bit distrustful, and not in a bad way, but they challenge, the status quo. Just because people say it should be this way, what is the reason why it should? And if it doesn't align to what they feel deeply rooted within them, they're not just going to go along with the crowd. And I really believe that this is that rebellious side of him that pushes the envelope for humanity, for his own humanitarian efforts. And this is what really grounds him into all of this energy. So I'm super excited to see how Bad Bunny will evolve and mature. I really truly believe that not only is he an amazing musician, he is truly the embodiment of love when it comes to the way he projects his beliefs, right? He doesn't do it necessarily in a forceful way, but he does it unapologetically. And that's very 1 in 7 energy. They move forward unapologetic. This is who they are. This is how they feel. This is what they deeply believe, and nothing's going to sway them on this. And I think that this is so amazing. So if you've enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button down below, put a thumbs up on the video, share it to someone that you feel might be interested in seeing Bad Bunny's numerology. And if you are interested in understanding yourself and the voice of your soul, make sure you subscribe down below, because I look forward to posting more videos and teach you how to connect in to your soul. You have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next video.